Victoria Principal was born on January 3, 1950 in Fukuoka, Japan, a place rich in history and culture, far removed from the Hollywood spotlight she would one day inhabit. Her birthplace reflected the unique circumstances of her family life, as her father, Victor Rocco Principal, served as a sergeant in the United States Air Force and was stationed overseas in the years following World War II. Military life meant discipline, structure, and constant movement, values that became deeply ingrained in Victoria from an early age. Her mother, Ree Principal, provided warmth and emotional grounding, ensuring that, despite frequent relocations, the household maintained a sense of care and curiosity. Growing up between cultures gave Victoria an early awareness of the wider world, shaping her adaptability and confidence. From the start, her life was defined not by stability, but by learning how to thrive within change. Growing up everywhere and nowhere. Because of her father's military career, Victoria and her younger sister Kim moved constantly, living in places as varied as Japan, England, Puerto Rico, Florida, Georgia, and Massachusetts. Each relocation meant a new school, new classmates, and a new social environment to navigate. It is often said that Victoria attended more than 17 schools during her education, a reality that made forming lasting friendships difficult. Yet this nomadic childhood also taught her how to observe quickly, adapt gracefully, and communicate effectively. She learned how to enter unfamiliar rooms with confidence and leave a strong impression, skills that would later serve her well in acting and business. While the lack of permanence could be isolating, it also fostered independence and resilience, shaping a young woman who learned early how to stand on her own. Discipline, art, and early ambition. Victoria's exposure to the arts began early, most notably through her acceptance into the prestigious Royal Ballet School in London. The institution's rigorous standards demanded discipline, focus, and physical control, qualities she embraced wholeheartedly. Although ballet did not become her lifelong path, the training instilled poise, body awareness, and a respect for craft that stayed with her. After graduating from South Dade Senior High School in Florida in 1968, Victoria surprised many by enrolling in a medical program at Miami-Dade Community College. Drawn by a desire to help others, she approached her studies with seriousness and commitment. At that stage, her future seemed oriented toward medicine rather than performance, demonstrating her depth and intellectual curiosity beyond beauty or ambition alone. A turning point that changed everything. 1 year into her medical studies, Victoria's life took an unexpected turn when she was involved in a serious accident that required a long period of recovery. The experience forced her to slow down, reflect, and reassess her priorities. During months of physical healing and emotional introspection, she confronted the fragility of life and the importance of following one's true passions. It was during this quiet, transformative period that she realized her heart was pulling her toward acting. Choosing not to return to medicine, Victoria made a decisive and courageous shift in direction. She moved to New York City, immersing herself in modeling, commercial work, and acting auditions. The decision marked a defining moment, not just professionally, but personally, as she committed fully to a life driven by purpose rather than expectation. Training, breakthrough, and early fame. Determined to be taken seriously, Victoria invested deeply in her craft, studying acting at respected institutions and under experienced mentors. Her dedication paid off when she landed her first major film role in The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean in 1972, opposite Paul Newman. Her performance was widely praised and earned her a Golden Globe nomination as a Most Promising Newcomer, instantly placing her on Hollywood's radar. While subsequent projects were not all successful, each experience strengthened her resolve and understanding of the industry's unpredictability. Rather than being discouraged by setbacks, Victoria used them as learning opportunities. Her perseverance reflected a quiet confidence that success, when it came, would be earned through patience, preparation, and self-belief rather than luck alone. Dallas and defining an era. Victoria Principal's life changed dramatically in 1978 when she was cast as Pamela Barnes Ewing on the television series Dallas. The role transformed her into an international star and made her one of the most recognizable faces of 1980s television. Pamela's strength, vulnerability, and moral grounding resonated deeply with audiences, and Victoria's on-screen chemistry with Patrick Duffy became iconic. Over 9 seasons, she earned acclaim, financial success, and a Golden Globe nomination, solidifying her place in television history. Yet fame also brought pressure, long hours, and the challenge of maintaining personal identity amid public attention. Still, Victoria handled her success with professionalism and grace, understanding that longevity required more than popularity. It required discipline, boundaries, and a clear sense of self, love, marriage, and independence. Victoria's personal life evolved alongside her career. Her first marriage, early in her Dallas years, was brief and ultimately ended as both partners grew in different directions. The experience helped her better understand herself, love, and independence. Years later, she married Dr. Harry Glassman, a respected surgeon, and together they shared 2 decades of partnership marked by mutual respect and ambition. During this time, Victoria expanded her influence beyond acting, launching her highly successful skincare brand, Principal Secret, and becoming a pioneer in celebrity entrepreneurship. After their amicable divorce in 2006, she chose not to remarry, remaining child-free by choice. Her decisions reflected a strong sense of self-awareness and independence, prioritizing fulfillment, purpose, and authenticity over convention. Andy Gibb and a Love That Left a Mark. At 75, Victoria Principal has finally reflected openly on one of the most emotional chapters of her life, her relationship with singer Andy Gibb. They met at the height of their fame in the early 1980s, drawn together by chemistry, affection, and shared vulnerability. Andy's warmth, sensitivity, and creative spirit deeply touched Victoria, while he admired her strength and grace. To the public, they seemed like a perfect match, but privately, the relationship carried challenges that tested them both. Victoria has shared that loving Andy taught her difficult lessons about boundaries and compassion. Choosing to walk away was an act of care rather than abandonment, a decision rooted in love and self-preservation. His passing years later left a lasting imprint, one she remembers with tenderness rather than regret. Reflection, peace, and a life fully lived. Today, Victoria Principal looks back on her life with clarity and balance. Her journey reflects reinvention, resilience, and the courage to evolve. From a globe-trotting military childhood to iconic television fame, from entrepreneurial success to deeply personal love and loss, she has lived deliberately and authentically. Speaking now with calm honesty, she honors the people and experiences that shaped her, including Andy Gibb, without allowing the past to define her present. Her story is not one of tragedy, but of wisdom earned through experience. At 75, Victoria Principal stands as a woman who chose growth over fear, independence over expectation, and grace over bitterness, leaving behind a legacy defined not just by fame, but by strength, reflection, and humanity.